Ladies and gentlemen, friends and family, esteemed people of questionable taste and excellent judgment, welcome. Today, we're not here to watch a fairy tale unfold. We're not in a glossy rom-com with implausible perfect lighting and a soundtrack swelling at just the right moments, although this is a pretty incredible place. Today, it's much better than that, though. Because in a place of fairy tale endings and carefully choreographed scenes, we have something far more rare and unruly. We have real love. The messy, laugh in the face of everything sort of love, where two people say, I see all of you, and somehow this still feels like a really good idea. It's a little rebellious, even as it's because love like this, the kind where you dare to know each other deeply and choose each other entirely, is its own kind of wild thing. And in a world that's increasingly quick to swipe left, today we celebrate a relationship that dares to swipe right on all of it. On joy and on grief, on comfort and on chaos, and on the simple, miraculous chance to be here together today and every day. So welcome to the wedding of Anthony and Isabel. We're so glad you're here. We're going to start with some readings that Anthony and Isabel have chosen. So I'm going to pass this much needed mic to Julie first.
This is from Bell Hooks' book, All About Love. Usually, we imagine that true love will be intensely pleasurable and romantic, full of love and light. In truth, true love is all about work. The essence of true love is mutual recognition. Two individuals seeing each other as they really are. When it happens, individuals usually feel in touch with each other's core identity. Embarking on such a relationship is frightening precisely because we feel there is no place to hide. We are known. All the ecstasy that we feel emerges as this love nurtures us and challenges us to grow and transform. This commitment to change is chosen. It happens by mutual agreement. The heartbeat of true love is the willingness to reflect on one's actions and to process and communicate this reflection with the loved one. Choosing to be fully honest, to reveal ourselves, is risky. The experience of true love gives us the courage to risk.
And we have one more poem by Jake Lambo.
I did not write it, for the record. All I Know About Love by Neil Gaiman. This is everything I have to tell you about love. Nothing. This is everything I've learned about marriage. Nothing. Only that the world out there is complicated, and there are beasts in the night, and delight and pain, and the only thing that makes it okay, sometimes, is to reach out a hand in the darkness and find another hand to squeeze, and to not be alone. It's not the kisses, or never just the kisses. It's what they mean. Somebody's got your back. Somebody knows your worst self and somehow doesn't want to rescue you or send for the army to rescue them. It's not two broken halves becoming one. It's the light from a distant lighthouse bringing you both safely home. Because home is wherever you both are together. So this is everything I have to tell you about love and marriage. Nothing. Like a book without pages or a forest without trees, because there are things you cannot know before you experience them.
I am so honored to be here today. I'm Anthony's older brother's wife. And I've known Anthony and the Lambauer family for most of my life. When Jake and I started dating 14 years ago, I began to get to know Anthony, right in the height of what I like to call his office on repeat era. Yes, that's right. Our Anthony had to reach adulthood alongside Michael Scott as his spiritual guide. A challenging era for all of us, to say the least. But when I joined this close-knit family, Anthony, whether willing or not, welcomed me with grace, and over the years, we truly became family. I remember when he was a teenager, watching Jake and me fall in love and get married. And now I've had the joy of watching him fall in love with Isabel. From those moments of friendship, when they assured us that they were all just friends, to now as they step into marriage. This is not a step they're taking lightly. They put in the work to understand each other's quirks, from the delightfully charming to the character building. Anthony loves Isabel's compassion and her goofy humor, which has made him laugh on days he probably didn't even know he needed to. And Isabel, she loves Anthony's sense of humor just as much, but also truly admires his moral compass. She's watched him grow and go through the whole process of self-discovery. You know, that journey people go on when they realize that they can't watch The Office forever. Their love reminds me of our reading from Bell Hooks. The essence of true love is mutual recognition. Two individuals seeing each other as they really are. There is no place to hide. We are known. That's what Anthony and Isabel have created. Their love isn't just romance. It's about being honest, doing the real work of love, and deciding again and again to celebrate the strange and beautiful creatures that they are. Their story began in college, working AV jobs in the student union. They bonded over shared nerdiness and a very tight circle of friends. Isabel was just out of a breakup, and though Anthony was seeing someone else, she says that it was love at first sight. You know, the kind that might make you punch a wall because he's technically not available. But over time, friendship morphed into something more, and they took the risk of opening up to each other, of being fully seen. They've weathered career shifts, pursuing a PhD, and just a small global pandemic, each of which I think would test even the best of us. They've shared some beautiful moments along the way, like the day they accidentally adopted Goose. Yes, on what was supposed to be a purely recreational trip to a cat cafe, Goose decided that Anthony's lap was where he belonged. And that was that. And the look on Anthony's face, according to Isabel, was so convincing that they had no choice but to take Goose home. One of my favorite things to hear about their love story is the tradition they had of biking out to meet at the DNA Bridge in Gainesville when they were first dating. Talking under the night sky. It's romantic, like something out of a movie, but real and just theirs. It's the kind of tradition that reminds us that love doesn't need a big production. Sometimes it's as simple as showing up night after night. Neil Gaiman wrote about love and marriage in the poem Jake read that there are beasts in the night and delight in pain, and the only thing that makes it okay sometimes is to reach out a hand in the darkness and find another hand to squeeze. And that's what I think of with Anthony and Isabel. Two people who don't need to rescue each other, but have each other's backs, who know the messy and unpolished sides of one another and somehow love each other more for it. They're not here to complete each other or fix one another. They're here to be each other's lighthouse, guiding each other back to their shared home over and over. Today, they promise to keep growing and learning together, to keep reaching out even on the tough days, to let their love bring them home to each other every single time. It's the kind of love that's built for wild adventures and the comfort of ordinary days. So here's my final note to Anthony and Isabel. Before we do this thing, may you keep showing up for each other with open hearts, find joy in the quirks that make you perfectly imperfect, and always have a hand to reach for, even, and maybe especially when, life brings you beasts in the night. Here's to you both and the beautiful, hilarious, and downright human journey that lies ahead. Okay, Anthony and Isabel have chosen to start a new tradition in their marriage, where every year on their anniversary, they will read letters that they have written the year before. So, we have a special box, I will get it. And Anthony and Isabel are going to place their letters, and they will not be reading these until November 2026, on their first anniversary. I'll mail this to you. I'm going to share your vows with Anthony first. You can hold it for if you want to. I think I got it. All right. I should have my handkerchief ready.
Anthony, my experience of falling in love with you was summed up so beautifully by Jane Austen in Pride and Prejudice. I cannot fix upon the hour or on the spot or on the look or on the words which laid the foundation. It is too long ago, and I was in the middle before I knew I had begun. I was in love with you before I could recognize it in myself, and after I did, there was no denying it. The day that I knew I wanted to marry you, it wasn't because of any grand gestures. or any eureka moments. It was this past summer, and we had just moved into our new apartment. We sat on our new couch in an empty living room. We probably had pasta for dinner, and it was a very normal day, aside from the quiet realization that I love the life that we've built. And I wanted to keep moving with you for the rest of my life. Before we met, I couldn't imagine the peace that I feel. I'll pick that up. Thank you. The peace that I would feel when I'm around you. You steady me, you make me a better version of myself. Being with you makes me feel excited to live. You find a way to make me feel special every day, and I want to dedicate myself to doing the same for you. So I vow to choose to love you each day in my thoughts and my actions and my words. I vow to love you as my equal and to recognize that your needs and desires are as worthy as my own. I vow to honor you in the way that you are and to hold space for the way that you will grow and change. And I vow to be the primary witness to your life so that no moment, no matter how mundane, will go unnoticed or uncelebrated. I don't know what our futures will hold, but I stand here today, certain that I would choose the worst day in the world with you by my side than the best day without you in my life. I love you.
All right, now for Anthony to share his vows with Isabel.
Isabel, before we started dating, we were best friends. I loved hanging out with you and just talking. Just being around you felt like you were drawing out the best qualities of myself. And because of that, I am a much more fulfilled person. I'm a kinder person, and I'm a way better at cooking. And now, I love being able to cook for you when you've had a hard day. And I love being able to cook together. I love playing games together. And I love trying to figure out if what you said was an obscure reference or a whole brand new joke. I love how goofy the jokes we tell each other are. I promise to never lose that sense of humor so that we can always have fun and be as unserious as we want as we take on life together. For all of the serious stuff, I promise to always support you, and I promise to always take care of you when you need me to. And more than anything, I promise to always be your best friend. I love you.
All right, we're going to do the rings. These rings we're about to exchange are small, imperfect circles. They don't pretend to be anything they're not, just like this partnership that you're building together. They will not bind you, not in any way that holds us down. Instead, they'll simply remind us and remind you. They'll remind you that you're choosing to come back to each other day after day, through the wonderful and the ridiculous and the unscripted. So when you wear these rings, let them be a quiet promise, a reminder that you're loved just as you are and as you will be. A small, constant symbol of the choice you're making today and tomorrow and always to be each other's home. All right. Isabel. Repeat after me. I give you this ring as a reminder of my love.
I give you this ring as a reminder of my love,
My promise and my choice.
my promise and my choice.
To stand with you, beside you, and for you.
To stand with you, beside you, and for you.
Today, tomorrow, and always, I am yours.
Today, tomorrow, and always, I am yours.
All right, Anthony, I give you this ring as a reminder of my love.
I give you this ring as a reminder of my love,
My promise and my choice.
my promise and my choice,
to stand with you, beside you, and for you,
to stand with you, beside you, and for you,
today, tomorrow, and always I am yours.
today, tomorrow, and always I am yours.
By the power vested in me, by the stars, the laughter of friends, and the faith you two have placed in each other, I now declare you partners in this glorious, unpredictable adventure we call married life. May you walk forward together, hand in hand, through all the wild beauty that lies ahead. You may now seal the promise with a kiss. Hold on 1 second before you leave. Thank you so much for being here. The reception is to follow, and there's already drinks and appetizers ready. But if you're a member of the Art family, the Lambauer family, the Hess family, and the Pulaski family, did I say it right? Then you're going to stay for some portraits, like large family portraits. So you can stay in the church, and then we'll call you when we're going to take them outside. But if you're not one of those, you may head on to the reception. Thank you.